Ah, here we go, YouTube. Just picked up this 2017 Classic 500. Been watching it on eBay for a couple of weeks. Went and had a little look. Wasn't convinced. The clutch was really heavy, but it was still there this weekend, and I thought, yeah, I kind of need it in my life a bit. So I came back Sunday, had another little look at it. The clutch was just, the mirror was a bit tight to where the clutch was, and it was rubbing. So we just adjusted that, and it's actually got a really light clutch on it. So I was happy with that. Yeah, I mean, what a bike. The old Classic 500. Looked at the Classic 350 reborns, and to be fair, they're lovely bikes, but there's something about these old bikes. I don't know what it is. Kind of get on it and you feel like you're James Dean, Steve McQueen, Marlon Brando, and a couple of dudes from Chips all rolled into one. When you get on it, just takes you back in time to a sort of I don't know, a different age really. I guess that's why I enjoy riding it so much. You just transported back in time. Yeah, it's not fast. Yeah, it vibrates. But who cares? I owned a Bullet for 5 years, and it was always my go-to bike for if I was stressed out. And I needed to unwind, you just get on that, and it's just a relaxed ride. Yeah, so I had a little bit of I was out on the bike for about half an hour on Sunday in the sunshine. And it took about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I was just, yeah, I've got to take this bike. Didn't need it, got too many bikes already. Maybe the Beamer might have to go. But the first Classic that I rode in India, the 350, back in 2015 I think, it was this exact colour scheme, just the old black Classic, beautiful. I'll pull over somewhere up here maybe, although I'm losing light. It'd be nice to find a bit of sunshine, do just a walk around, but I don't know if I'm going to find it because of the trees. But look at that, listen to that. That's in fifth at 40, the torque just pulls you through. Love it. I think there's a golf club up there. Oh, there's a golf course there. I can see some sunlight up there. If I can pull over, I do need to get some fuel pretty rapidly, but I think I'm going to get to Tunbridge Wells alright, because there ain't nothing on this road. Let's pull in here. Not quite in the sunlight over there, but my wife's behind me somewhere. She's probably going to think I've broken down. Wow, lovely. Absolutely stunning. Keep her bobbing along. Look at that. It's actually got a really good deal on it. I mean, he was saying that it's the finish is not brilliant. I mean, this is the only dodgy bit, but Max will be coming on the back, so I'll have to put the pillion. I've got the pillion seat. I actually think it's pretty decent nick. It's better nick than the old Bullet that I had. Love it. Right, let's get back on and get home. The old speedo vibrating there. Yeah, so when I went over on Sunday, it took it out for about half an hour. I thought, Jesus Christ, this, yeah, it took a bit of getting used to the vibes again, but then after a while I was short shifting a lot more, and it didn't seem so bad. It's totally oh, I can live with this. It's just one of those bikes that you need to get used to. So I'm not probably going to be doing any touring on it. I'm planning on going away next week with Max on the back of the Scram to see how that handles too up with some luggage. And then if that's alright, which I suspect it will be, just stick to the A and B roads. Yeah, I'll probably put the Beamer up for sale. I think 4 bikes is a little bit. 4 single cylinders I've got. The smallest being a 110 Wave, Honda Wave, and then we've got the Scram 410 or 411. Now we've got the classic Bullet 500, and then the BMW 650. But the first time I looked at this bike, I rode over there East Grinstead on the BMW, and I got off that and got on this, and I was like, oh my god, that's so uncomfortable compared to the Beamer. Then it kind of put me off, but I only really went just up the road and back. The seat felt hard. Obviously the handlebars are really low compared to the Beamer, and I was like, oh yeah. So I offered him, I think I did offer him a small amount, well, a little bit. I mean, it was already very competitively priced, I've got to say, and I put in a cheeky bid, I think, which he didn't accept, and he counter offered, and I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna have to leave it. And then it was still sitting there a week later, and I kept looking at it and playing the video and everything. Oh man, it got under my skin again. So I went back and said, oh, can I take it up the road for half an hour? And yeah, that was enough. I didn't want to take it back then. That's always a good sign. and now actually I find it quite comfortable. It's got it's got, obviously my seat is sprung as well, and you can feel it, giving. It's got uprated suspension on the back. I can't remember who that's by, but it feels a lot better than the one on my Bullet. Is it Ollins? Oh, I can't remember the suspension. Oh, it begins with H, I think. But yeah, what else? Oh, it's got adjustable clutch and brake levers, but the clutch is really light. Like I say, I did get put off by how heavy the clutch was, but it was just rubbing on the mirror. We sorted that out, and it's as light as the 350s, I think, and the Scram. Brakes are alright, do the job. Just chugging along. 5,600 miles it's got on it, and I believe it did have a new engine at some point in its life. We don't know why. I suspect someone didn't keep on top of the oil or something. But yeah, so it had a new engine in it, somewhere about, I don't know, 2,000 miles or something. So I think the engine's done less than the bike. But to be honest, it's a low mileage bike. So I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep this bike. I must admit, the old Bullet saw off loads of bikes. Big Beamers, a bigger Honda. But I think I've got the Bullet. I always wanted the Classic, but the Bullet was a good price, and I don't think I could have, well, I couldn't really have got I mean, the Bullet only had about 300 miles on it, only paid a couple of grand. And it was local, so that's why I ended up with a Bullet. And like I say, I put about 10,000 miles on that over 5 years, and I had several other bikes, but it saw them all off until I got the Scram. But this bike it's just got under my skin. From that first time I rode it in India. The 350's a lot smoother than the 500, there's no doubt about it. But I mean, I'm used to this already now. You know, whoop. You know you're on a bike on this thing. Just bob it along. Shame I didn't manage to get it home in the sunlight this afternoon, but might take it out tomorrow if it's nice. I'll get back from work on time. It doesn't use a lot of fuel. All the Enfields are pretty frugal. Chug, 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 chug. see how many litres we get in. That fuel light just sort of coming on and off. Came with some bits. It's got a pannier rack and panniers. They're Givey plastic jobbies. I don't know what they're called, E24 or something, the small ones, but I don't think I'm going to bother with them. I need to get a set of those canvas Royal Enfield ones that fits with the bike, I think. The front screen, which will be going straight on eBay. Not interested in that. The Bullet had one of those when I bought it. It came off. Doesn't need it. Doesn't, in my mind, look good with it on. It's got a crash guard for the front with a couple of massive spotlights on, which I'm tempted to put on just for the bants. But yeah, when I was riding it back to the chap's house on Sunday, I was riding through East Grinstead, and there was this old boy walking down the road with his walking stick, and his I'm guessing it's his daughter, and he heard the sound of this, looked up, looked me square in the eye. I had my open face helmet on, and I smiled and nodded, and he gave me the nod back, and I was like, yeah, I've got to take this bike home. Yeah, so I had a look at the shocks, and they're Hagon shocks. So I think they're combined with the sprung seat. Makes for quite a comfortable ride. It's never going to be as comfortable as the Beamer. Going to go past where I used to live. Whee! The indicator lights seem to be a bit brighter than on the old Bullet, and yeah, and the flash air as well, and the neutral. They're definitely brighter. Whether that was standard or not, or whether they've put better bulbs in there, I don't know. Clutch is very light. It's just back to basics biking, isn't it? There's nothing on it other than what you need. So that's where I used to live, down that road. This is where it's happy, 50 miles an hour. I think I'm going to get home, put this in the shed and just sit there looking at it, get a cup of tea, just bloody stare at the thing. It's just a thing of beauty. You can't explain what it feels like to ride. You just got to ride it. You either get it or you don't. Simple as that. It's a Marmite bike. You either love it or you don't. Hope Max is back when I get back, because she wasn't feeling very well earlier, so I can have a nice cup of tea and a chill out. There's the Rambler's Rest over there.
I can't do nothing with you. I can't do nothing with you. I can't do nothing with you. I can't do nothing with you.